Hmm. I feel like if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to do this all the way along. Which is, you know, I think a bit much. Maybe we just go back to this. I think this is fine like this. Looks to me that the whole thing is slightly off center. I think it might just be some weird shadowy issues. Like there's no shadow on this one and there's shadow on this one. No, it is because it's off center. Right? No, it's not. So that's up to there. That's up to there. It's just a weird shadow thing. Okay. Okay, fine. I know what I'm gonna do here. I know what we'll do. It'll be awesome. It'll be the coolest thing you ever did see. Maybe. It's not gonna be that cool. Probably gonna be kind of lame. Okay. Oh, that's not right. This one? Shit. It's the last one I grab, of course. It's that one. Yeah, that's the one. Do 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 do. Okay, so we'll do something like that. Guess I'll put this on like 15 degrees. And blue ball myself? No, no, not the blue ball again. Please. You know what I actually could have done to line these up better? It's this. Though it reveals that I've lined them up almost perfectly already. I guess better that they're lined up absolutely perfectly than just almost perfectly, but I'm kind of a genius, as they say. That's a well-known fact. Oh god. Just don't listen to all the stuff that I've said before. And clearly I become a genius. It doesn't really matter if these stick out a little bit, but I'd rather they not stick out too much. And now we go 90 degrees. World axis, otherwise it's gonna do something a little bit fucky, I think. Has it done something a little fucky already? It has done something a little fucky already. Is that right? Maybe. It's like the sun. How do we like that? Oh, that's great. Fantastic. Good. Okay. Good, good, good. You know what? We also need a flaw. The flaw in this current design is that there's no flaw. Hey, there's a fun little homonym which only exists in non-rhotic dialects of English. Pardon me. The lack of flaw is a flaw. We're going to do this and not blue ball myself if possible. Yes. Don't do that to me. It's going to be quite hard to line this one up because it's shit. Because I was going to say because it's hard to get a spot where we can grab the thing, and then the game proves me right because we can't grab it from there for some reason. Can we only grab it from this side? Oh. Look, I think no. I think it will have to be just at a slightly harsher angle. Boo, 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 boo. Boom. No. Even harsher. Good. No, no. We do want the angle snap back, if at all possible. Now, we can just fix this bit. We're going to need to potentially remove some stuff to do it, just temporarily. Just delete them. Come. Oh, we'll put them back. Don't worry, they'll be back. Much like Arnie, they will be back. I'm quite a big fan of the fact that the floors are able to prevent the terrain tool from doing anything. It's really helpful for making these, like, well, it's the only way to make sheer walls, right? And it's very handy for that. I think we're going to need to put some of this down a little further too. Oh, shit. Where's the... Wait, is it that floor that's way above it, which is causing that? Oh. Is it this roof? Because the roof is technically a floor, isn't it? Yeah. It's the roof, which is a floor. Another floor that's a floor. Although previously it was a lack of floor, which was the floor, wasn't it? Rather than the floor itself. Which is, I think, much funnier. It's a, I don't know. There's probably a special word for when a pun makes something oxymoronic. A punchy moron. That's what they call them. Maybe just the brick. The brick worked up here. I think it makes sense to continue with the same floor style. The arrows are really misbehaving in this small space that we've got for ourselves here. I think it's just because of the close quarters and all these objects overlapping with each other and overlapping with the camera gives the game a bit of a hard time figuring out what you're trying to click on, I guess. Do, 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 do. I think probably the floor of the tunnel will make something different. Do, 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 do. Maybe we'll continue with our yellow theme. Oh, perfect. Look at that. It's like it was planned. This bit just looks really weird because it's the only part that's lit. Lit AF, fam. And the other bits are not lit. What if we do these? Yeah, I like that enough. Can you do anything else with it, like the roof or something? I don't think we need to put. We don't want to be spending too much time detailing this tunnel, which we're barely ever going to see. Like, you can't see it from the sky, right? Being that it's a tunnel. I wonder how many tunnels there are in the world. Like tunnels, there are probably like tunnels which nobody even knows about, right? Because whoever dug them died long ago, and they didn't. Anyone who knew about them died long ago. It's like how there are like caves all over the world which just haven't been mapped, and there are almost certainly many caves which haven't even been discovered. Like caves which aren't even connected to the surface. There is something very, I don't know, something primally emotive about a cave. Don't you think? About a tunnel. Something which like unnerves us. It's that like claustrophobia, the feeling that you could get trapped. People who go like exploring caves are nuts. They'll like shimmy through some tiny gap that they only just fit through. And like, you gotta be on another level, right? To be like cave exploring. Even reading the stories of of like people who are cave exploring raises one's there we go. We're right near the end. It makes you even reading the stories makes you like a little bit like, ooh. They're very emotive stories often. Okay. It's the tunnel. It's the sun tunnel. It's very well lit down there. Maybe too well lit. Oh god. Oh, but if I want to like make it less well lit, I gotta go in and like select all these little buggers. Maybe I should. It's It's called spelunking. Should be called being nuts. Being insane. It is very cool. I feel like spelunking is a fun word as well, isn't it? Spelunking. Maybe it's because it sounds like spunk is why it's a fun word. Any word that sounds like a word, a word for ejaculation is instantly a fun word, right? I'm going to split this from the group so that I don't have to select it again. When there's only the one, it's not too bright. I think it's just the overlapping light from so many pieces which all have lights on them, which starts making it too bright. Because we don't want it to be so bright that it's like brighter than the sun. Do you know about the bloke in America who got stuck? They had to leave him in a tiny little crevasse because they couldn't drag him out because they would have had to break his legs or something. He went face first, straight down, and ended. And there wasn't enough room in the tunnel to maneuver him out. So he got to call his girlfriend and tell her he's face first in a cave hole. Oh my god. What an awful position to be in. I've heard I don't think I'd heard of that one. I've heard some of these. There's that old story, right, of the guy in like the it was like Tennessee or something, I guess. Somewhere around there. Like there's a lot of caves around that part of America. And he got stuck down there, and it became a big national kind of ado, I suppose. Like everybody was talking about it. And it's crazy, isn't it? The even crazier thing is like the cave diving, right? Where not only are you in a cave, already super dangerous, but you also decide to combine that with diving. Another extremely dangerous thing to do. I think that's a bit more reasonable, isn't it? It's still... Oh. It's not bright at all. I was going to say, it doesn't seem... This doesn't seem right. Hang on. What the fuck? Why is that part of... Why is this part of that group? This should not be part of that group. This should be part of this group. The game is not happy with me right now. It doesn't want me to be able to select these guys. There we go. I think we're just gonna have to do this bit one at a time. Like, imagine being in a cave where not only are you in a cave, but also you're underwater, so you can't breathe. So if you're... And some people do free cave diving where they don't even have like scuba gear. Those people, I mean, I guess it's the same as like people who do wingsuit jumping and stuff, right? Like some people just don't have a very strong self-preservation instinct, and they're like adrenaline junkies or whatever, so they just enjoy putting themselves in very dangerous situations. I mean, I like adrenaline. Don't get me wrong. I'll go on a fun roller coaster or something, get some adrenaline. But I like to get adrenaline by tricking my brain into thinking I'm in danger rather than by actually being in danger. Before we do the whole thing, should we have a look how that... Yeah. Now that all the lights are in, it's quite bright, but it's not like... It's not as bright. This is how he was stuck for 72 hours before dying. Couldn't he have just got somebody to like, you know, it's America, right? Couldn't he have just got someone to shoot him? Why would you want to... That'd just be awful, having to live 72 hours stuck like that. I guess he was hoping someone would figure out a way to get him out or something. But if he's upside down, I guess all the blood would have just rushed to his head. He would have been probably in some kind of like weird mental state. I suppose you got to be in a weird mental state to get in that position to begin with. Like, what kind of crazy person climbs headfirst down a tiny crevasse? Let's have a look at this guy. A diagram of how John Jones was stuck. Oh my god. What a fucking moron. Why would you do that? Why would you even go in there? I mean, I don't want to victim blame, but why would you be in a place like that? What an idiot. John passed away after 27 hours. Oh, it's a 27. I read 72. I guess it's not as bad. Of excruciating pain, discomfort, and panic. What a moron. What an abs... Did he win a Darwin Award for that? I feel like he deserves it. Did he have a... was there a legitimate reason for him being in there? Was he like chasing a pot of gold or something? God, people are dumb. Probably a good thing he died, right? He would have been a Trump voter, for sure. No one that dumb is... You know, is stupid enough to go headfirst into that tiny narrow passage. Probably also stupid enough to do that. Alright, cool. We got our tunnel. More or less. I won't build this final bit here because I'm not sure exactly how it's going to like link up with what's in here. Or maybe I will. The only way to get him out would have been to somehow chop off his legs. Jeez. But they couldn't even get a hacksaw to do that. Couldn't they have like brought in a big like excavator or something?